Hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, where I help you look, start, and grow your side business. Welcome, Jenny. How are you? Welcome. Good to see you. You are in for a treat. I really like this live. Let's talk about the tough times and the rough times and all the stuff that we've gone through. Why I believe that it's absolutely a must that we go through them. Not only that, but we gotta embrace them. And I know that sounds crazy. That sounds like not even real. Why would you want to embrace like tough times, right? But I'm gonna kind of share with you a couple thoughts that I think you're gonna like. So let me I'll give you this. I'm gonna go back in time a little bit because it all relates. I was thinking, okay, so those of you who didn't watch the last night's live, I forgot my line in last night's live, and I know everybody who has watched the live and has heard me say that has texted me and chatted me. Jenny, I appreciate it. That maybe I'm a little tough on myself, and it's okay, and makes me human. But you know what? It makes me think, and I appreciate all those messages, and it makes me think because I actually was kind of numb all day today, and I'll give you the reasoning why. I've been numb for a couple of days. I know you guys have noticed that. So some of you have reached out to me, say, "Hey, you all right?" So wasn't really sure how I'm gonna share this live, but there's stuff that I think it's important for people to know. So let's go back in time a little bit. When I first started to do my lives, it was January 1st, 2019. I stutter. I decided to challenge myself for a year and go live every day on Facebook. And I was able to do that. At the end of the year. In fact, I went 369 instead of 365. There were a couple of days that I went to extra lives. 2 days that I went twice in a day. So at the end of the year, I thought I'm going to stop, but I had an audience. Audience said, keep going. And now here we are. So that was just like a brief moment. From the past to here. As you're joining me live, let me know you are here. I'd love to know who's here for this live, who's not, because I don't know who's here until you comment. Don't be shy. Come on. So I was calculating, and this live that I'm doing right now, tonight, this live marks, are you ready for this? 1,973rd live. The funny thing is, last night would have made it 1972, and that's the year I was born. I don't know, that's kind of weird. But 1973 lives, which means in a week, I would have 2,000. Like if you would have told me that you would have 2,000 lives, I would have probably laughed. Now, there is a reason why the angle of this live, my phone, is really low today. Okay, it is not by coincidence. Let me just pull it up for a second. But there is a reason why it was low. So, mazel tov. Thank you. Yeah, 2,000 is crazy. So the reason why I'm sharing this with you is that it's been 4 years, right? That I've been going live and I've been doing this and I've been doing that. It's been a year that I've been doing TikTok skits. I just hit a year, right? It was last July, late July. So I had a year for TikTok skits, which I've done a few. I haven't counted those, but I've done a few of those. And the support has been amazing. Thank you. But here's what I want to share with you. It hasn't been amazing, all this 1973 lives. I forgot my line last night for the first time. Believe it or not, I have dozed off, like slept in 4 lives I can count. I've done a live where there was no electricity, no Wi-Fi, no internet, so I basically it was a 2-minute live from down the street in the darkness. I've done a live where I've done lives where it's been out of parking lots because I really haven't had a place of my own. I did a live when I drove from Michigan all the way to California, got into an accident on the way, first night, and it was a disaster. Couldn't find. They're live then. So the reason why I tell you that is because there's been a lot of, and since I've been doing lives, I've had surgeries. I've had surgeries. So I've had. So last year, I want to give you the reasoning why behind this live. But last year was probably one of the, not the, but definitely one of the toughest year for me. Emotionally, for sure, was the toughest I have had in all of my life. So emotionally, it was very heavy for me, right? It was very, oh my goodness. My screen is coming up. Oh no, we cannot have that. Hold on. This thing, my tripod is bending. That's why I was like, what the heck is going on? Okay. All right. So, sorry. You guys there? All right. Throw some hearts and let me know you're there. So emotionally, last year was by far the toughest because the breakup that I went through was devastating. It was really hard for me. It was I took it really hard, right? And I've tried to deal with the whole depression and dealing with I remember I lost my job, I lost her, and I found out that my pancreas is shut down all within 92 days. And then I just went into this depression. I'm like, oh my goodness, what the heck just happened, right? Let everything go and just recently relaunched my business. So the reason why I tell you that is because, and I'll promise I'll make all sense at the end of this, but sometimes you get reminders, right, of your tough times. And it's both a reminder how tough it was, or maybe still is, or how you've gotten through it and how stronger you have become, right? And sometimes it beats you down, sometimes you go through it, sometimes you beat it, right? So all the rough times, tough times that we go through, it's almost like it's a must to set you up to be able to handle the next one, right? Now, the reason why I've been kind of off and this and that, because I was kind of reminded of my last relationship with my ex just last week vividly. So it was just like one of those things that hit really hard again. And I want to let you know that it's okay to have those moments. It's okay to have those moments where you're like, oh, this hurts still, like it hurt again. Or not as bad, a little, but still, that kind of a thing. So the healing is there. But what I want to show you is this. It's just an illustration that I saw the other day, and I knew it was going to come in handy. That's why I didn't right away do it as a live, because I thought, I'm just gonna have to tie it together with something, and just it all came together, and it was a reminder for me that, if you're listen to me, if you are going through a rough time, like a tough time, and I've talked about this before, this is the third time I've heard rock bottom, and I get it, right? I'm at a different stage of my life, right? but and I'm very open with all my stuff. But so if you're going through a rough time, tough time, all that stuff, know this from somebody who has had 38 jobs in 10 industries, who's I've shared this before, but I'll do another 51st birthday recap. But somebody who's not a stranger to like difficult times or divorce or foreclosure or surgeries or cancer or this or that, right? I'm not a stranger to all those things. So take it from me. All these things that you're going through, I promise you, it won't make sense when you're going through it. For me, it's almost been 9 out of 10 like that. Like, I can't remember a time where I said, oh yeah, this is why I'm going through this mess. Like, I've never been able to be able to put 2 and 2 together while I'm in it, right? Does that make sense? I don't know if I've been the only one to feel that way, but it's never like, oh yeah, I know exactly why I'm going through hell right now. It's never been like that for me. It's always when I get out of the hell, I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, that's what it was. I got it. That's why I went through hell, right? So all the stuff you're going through, I'm telling you that take it as a setup, that it puts a layer, another layer of skin on you. And I call it life mileage, right? And I went, oh man, I dropped my pen. You know what happened? Oh, good, I have my stylus. Gotta have something there, right? So I'm gonna show you something. Check this out. Don't judge. Anyway, if you wanna judge, judge. There's 2 Pepsis. Of course there's 2 Pepsis. Why would there be only one? So there's 2 Pepsis, right? I do like my Pepsis. Don't judge, like I said. But this is for illustration purposes. I'm not gonna drink it. And for all you health freaks out there that are gonna tell me about the Pepsi thing, I know, I might have to turn this fan off because, okay. So let's say you got 2 standing bars, right? Let's see if I can do it here. So it's, can you see the Pepsis here? Can you see the top of the Pepsis? Can somebody say yes or no? Can somebody say yes or no? Can you see the top of the Pepsis? Can you see the top of, like, where my hands touch the Pepsi? Yeah. You step in a little late. Can you see where my hand? Okay, yes. Okay, good. All right. So let's say you got a bridge like that, and let's say this is if I put a piece of paper on top of the 2 Pepsis, I'm just using it as a bridge, right? And let's say this is Brad had seen this car. This is my old car. I had a 300ZX Nissan, and it was decked out. It was all fixed up, but it was charcoal gray. But let's say, for example, if I were to put this right here on top of the paper, it would obviously, the paper wouldn't hold, right? The paper would not hold this weight. But let's say if you go through life, and I take this paper and I fold it up. It's the same paper, okay? It took me a little bit. I folded it up. Now, if I were to put this on top of the Pepsis, I gotta bring it a little closer, right? If I were to put it on top of the Pepsis, right? And if I were to put the car on top, it holds. It holds. It wouldn't hold with this, but it holds with this. Why? Because sometimes you gotta get roughed up in life. Sometimes you gotta get roughed up in life. Sometimes you gotta get beat up in life. Sometimes you gotta get folded and molded and cheated on and beat it on and lied to and stolen from. Otherwise, you ain't gonna make it. Ain't gonna fly. You gotta be taking, you gotta be willing to take it. You gotta be willing to take the hits. Otherwise, you ain't gonna make it. And I thought that's such a great illustration to show you that, hey, life mileage, it's for real. And it's a must. It's not like, oh yeah, you know, okay. No, you really got to go through this stuff, right? So if you're going through a rough time, tough time, I ask you to hang in there. What else are you gonna do, right? Hang out there? Well, you can't, because you gotta hang in there, right? What else are you gonna do? So hang in there. Just know that this is toughening you up, and it's supposed to happen. It's supposed to go down like that. So I hope you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value from this. I appreciate you guys. You know, I want to know, drop one takeaway that you had from this live, from the whole message. If you got one takeaway, what would be your one takeaway? Drop it in the comments below. Let this feed grow. And if you feel like this is worthy of sharing, do what you got to do. Spread the love. Tag a couple people, you know, share it on your wall or Messenger, or, you know. And with that, I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, where I help you look, start, and grow your side business. Signing off until tomorrow, when we do it all over again. Much love.